What's up, YouTubers? This is Cool1. This is a deck profile of Fable, QuickDraw Fables. Oh, it's been running well. I've been OTKing people with it so far. I'm planning to build this deck in the future, but I'll show you the deck list right now. How you see? I'll explain the card choices, why I choose them. Of course, beyond that, because you run lights and darks, since you have a lot of tokens and a lot of darks in the deck, you could drop it easily in the deck. Dandelion, I only run it just because I run the QuickDraw engine, and the QuickDraw engine makes this deck a little bit faster. You mostly win in turn 2 just because of Dandy or Doppel Warrior. Doppel Warriors just because of the tokens. Grimroll is your Rhoda, basically. Cruz is your extra reborn, but for Fables. Grimroll, I run him just because he's just a 3-star tuner, and he helps you start the engine flowing for the deck. Lobo, because you run the tokens, and you only go into Formula once, or you go into Hyper Librarian. Junk Synchron, he's the purpose just to get your Chawa, and your opponent doesn't Vader, because he thinks, oh, he only has 2 tuners, he doesn't have nothing to synchro with. You basically get your Chawa back, ditch, you get your Chawa back, get special summon Doppel Warrior, then you ditch your Grimroll, search for Cruz, and then start going off from there. So I run double of those. I used to run triple junk and 1 QuickDraw, but I cut it down to double junk and 1 QuickDraw. QuickDraw gets you very accessible to anything through your deck. Since you run 27 monsters, it helps you flow the deck, and the deck, you will face GK, but most likely I've been facing GK. By turn 1, if Ray exploded, GK cannot do much. Because if they were true first turn, okay, that hurts you a lot and you cannot target your graveyard. But you go off first turn, your opponent cannot do anything. Level 8 just because the synchros are basically he eats up the levels of higher monsters and gives you the access to anything. Sangan, I don't run the tour guide build because I don't own tour guide, so I just run the Sangan just for the purpose, just to get a Dandelion to my hand faster if I had the quick draw. I run triple Cerebral, basic Fable, triple Chawa, and triple Garnicia, and double Tricky. For me as a Fable player, I've only played 2 Tricky because 3 gets cloggy and you don't have that much, you don't explore as much as you think. It's good to go Arcanite, but that's it. But I run double Allure because you have enough darks to draw into. Card Destruction, of course, is a Fable deck. You're gonna be recruiting everything back. Foolish, because you have a lot of targets, including with Grimroll. Grimroll basically gives you access to anything. Danny gives you access. Doppel Warrior gives you access. W gives you access. Global, you have a lot of targets, so there's nothing to worry about. And the basic staples, Must Reborn and Heavy Storm, and MSTs. 1 for 1, it's good just because you run triple Chawa and the Global. Power Avarice, even though it's at 1, is very useful because you could keep on abusing your synchros to Hyper Librarian, and Hyper Librarian gives you access throughout your whole deck. And you run 4 searchers. You run reinforcements and triple tuning. Triple tuning, just to the point that you can mill, and there's a chance that you mill a Dandy, and that has happened to me, and I have won games because of it. This just to grab your Doppel. If you mill another tuning, you still have that to get junked. So you have a lot access to throughout your whole deck. Sunken Ryo doesn't hurt this deck at all. Like, I have played against Ryo and I overcome against Ryo. In the synchros, I run 1 Arcanite Magician, 1 Armor Yarn, 1 Backwards Dragon, 1 Brownac, one Colossal, one Reagan. People have told me to run 2 Reagans, but I think 1 Reagan's fine. By running the Shooting Quasar build, since the Shooting Quasar is coming out in the Shonen Jump magazine, I might as well try build it and see if I could still drop it, which I have. I've done it 3 times in the stack or 4, because it's very accessible for the deck to do it. Formula, of course, you run the build with the tokens. Of course, you run. For now, if you guys don't, since Shooting Quasar are out, run the second Reagan for now. That's why I have it here. But in the future preference, take out that Reagan for Shooting Quasar, if you guys feel comfortable with it. I run Shooting Star Dragon, Stardust, Hyper Librarian, Fable Unicorn, Trishula, and Drill Warrior. This is the deck profile. I hope you guys like it. Comment, rate, subscribe, and later YouTube.